Hello. Okay. Ooh, that's a little loud. Let's lower that a bit and give this a shot. See how this goes. Let's also set up a prediction. Okay. Let's do this. I am actually not very warmed up, so... I am accepting my helplessness. Yes, I am very helpless. Alright. No one saw that. No one saw that. How's the bitrate, by the way? I upped it up a bit more, but I don't know if it's too high or if it's not high. I mean, okay, it's more like I don't know if it's high enough for this kind of game. So 1080p 60 FPS does require quite a bit of bitrate. Although with yesterday's run, I'm surprised with how little I got hit by. Like, I mean, I got hit by like really dumb spots, but I never got hit by like any just problem spots. Interestingly, so that was definitely nice, I guess. Watch me like get hit only in the problem spots this time instead of really dumb spots. We'll see. Whoops. There we go. I was trying to get ready to skip that, but... Oopsies. Okay. Whee. I am DC. No! I am DC, no. Sad. I'm not DCR enough. Uploading Kittymons. Okay. Open, please. Please, open. Hi there. Hi there, you ready? Yo, I was like, yo, I am missing those little fishies quite a bit. I should back off, because I'm probably gonna miss again and then regret everything. Movement is difficult, did you know? Oh. Thank you. Three, four, five, six, eight. Do. Left. Whee! Okay. One split down, many to go. 34 to go. All right. Let's go. Hey, get up there. I think that's a bit safe this time. Hey, Bears. Hey, Jacob. Thanks. We'll see where this goes. I'm still rusty, so yeah. Here's, I mean, although you never know, I might actually do this perfectly this run. Who knows? Probably not, but we'll see. I'm not actually speedrunning this. Screw that. Uploading Kittymons. Gonna move on to other stuff for now. I've been working on this since Thanksgiving. I don't want to move on after this. So since like November, so 2 months. Which isn't that long, to be honest, but still. Kind of started like being interested in like more damageless stuff for like other games too, honestly. So I'm gonna move on after that for a different game. Okay. See? And like I know maybe my tone came off more negatively than I intended. If so, that's not what I meant. Did not really mean that in any condescending way. I realize that a lot of things I say, well, I mean, it's usually if I'm ranting that I'm definitely more negative, but in this case, I'm trying to be less condescending, or have a less condescending tone when I say things like that. Like, no, I'm definitely not going to be moving on to something else. So, not intended to be. Anyway, yeah, I figured, but you know, just in case. Okay. Spider climb. It's actually called Spider Magnet. I don't know why I call it Spider Climb in my splits. But whatever. Okay. Congratulations, I didn't run off the ledge like an idiot. Oh. There is a prediction up right now, FYI, for those who don't know. Will I finish this run through with less than 4 hits? So 0 to 3 hits, if you're a believer. 4 or more hits if you're not a believer. Alright, first real boss in the game, let's go. That was really fast. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to be doing a lot of extra damage on this phase, unfortunately, which is kind of bad. I'm gonna be lowish on ammo, I think. Okay, I should have moved forward. Played it a bit too safe there. Can you hurry up and die? Oh my goodness. This is why I do not want to start this phase as early. You can kill it, like if I start it late, then I can kill it really quickly and not have to bother dodging those attacks. So unfortunately I have to deal with way more than I should have, I would have hoped. But what matters is I took no hits, so it's all good. I'm glad I practiced that a lot though, like those patterns, because I haven't done those patterns in a really long time in an actual run. Only in practice, so I'm glad I practiced that. Over a month ago, but still. Okay. Whee! Well, that one hit was on Experiment Z59. So the boss you face after Frozen Ardaria, which is definitely the scariest fight for me personally. So yeah, here's hoping I don't get hit there or anywhere really. Do 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 do. I'm Dark Zero. Alright, time for Kartaris Part 1. Did you get points yesterday? I don't know. What did you vote for? Were you a believer or a doubter? If you're a believer, you got points. If you're a doubter, you did not get points. Lesson 5, then you were a believer and you won points. Because I finished that fight with that run yesterday with 4 hits, and the prediction was less than 5 hits, so believers barely won. Wow, there's a lot of doubters today. Well, we'll see. I'll just... hopefully the believers get a pretty beefy payout from this. Hopefully. We shall see.
Uploading data.
Uploading Magoos.
CBRI side of the fan.
Yeah, I took 3 hits before Speed Booster, and the last hit I took was on the last Chosen Warrior. I literally failed the counter input. So I basically played almost perfectly from after Speed Booster, and then I failed the counter input, which, you know, sucks, but it happens. Those are pretty easy to do. You just don't get complacent, which I absolutely did, and didn't press the counter button at all, period. Open those doors, thermal gates. Not like you're... Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take the slow. These enemy positions are off cycle. Okay. Whee! Okay. Please give me a good pattern. Good. That's the pattern I want to see. I can just go straight over it. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep, beep. Fire at that screw. That room just feels really good to climb quickly. Alright, you probably have like around 2 more minutes to predict whether I'll take less than 4 hits in this run or not. So you get to show me if you're a believer or a doubter, and I get to decide who, and then I get to figure out who I need to ban from my chat for doubting. I'm joking. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. That thing can snipe you from like the tunnel. That's how far its fireballs can reach. It is scary. That's why I like back off all the way if it starts attacking. Okay, that was close. I'm always ready to counter if I fail that shot. Did I miss that shot? Alright, remember to cloak. Remember to stay cloaked. Remember to stay cloaked. Okay, good. I remembered to stay cloaked. Good job, me. I think that was my second hit in yesterday's run. I think I killed the other worm. Yeah, okay. Okay. Whew. Progress. Now, the scariest part of the run's coming up.
Heavy stance picks up you are faced with overwhelming power. Accept your helplessness. Do not.
Where is it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, same spot as usual. It's always in that tunnel. I know what to do if it like happens to spawn at the bottom of the vertical shaft. It's just literally never happened in a run for me. Ever. So like, I have to be RNG manipulating it somehow. And if it spawns there, that sucks. It sucks if it spawns there. Although it doesn't really matter for me because I can get past it pretty safely. Still, it's just gonna take longer. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. That's the scariest part of the run. Not even memeing. I think I would estimate about 1/3 of the runs that get to this point take a hit there, if I had to guess. About 1/3. Remember, just keep going. Confidence. And we're good. Phantom Cloak is useful. Who would have thought? I should say it's useful outside of enemy segments. Okay, well. Backing off from that. Ay, ay. Oh! And that's why I Phantom Cloak for that. And that's why I Phantom Cloak. That thing sucks. My god. It's been a while since that's happened. Well. Rip. Rip the run. I've never gotten hit by that before. I think I just like thought I killed it, but I guess I just didn't. Well, that's a very, very unfortunate hit. That was a very dumb hit. So, run's no longer what I want, which is unfortunate, but oh well. You learn something new every time. And this time I learned about that, to be more careful with that worm. Or whatever it's called. And that it sucks. Unfortunate. Anyways, you know. Yeah. Happens. It happens. I'm tempted to reset, honestly, but like, I'm still rusty, so I shouldn't. So I'm just gonna do my best to keep trudging forward. That's also why the prediction's there, to make myself finish. So we'll see how this goes. Wouldn't it be right to the doubters if I just reset it, honestly, as well? So that prediction, like honestly, half the reason I have that prediction is to discipline myself to finishing. And also to keep taking the run seriously, even if it's quote-quote dead in my mind. Okay. Whee! I believe in the sub 4. Yeah, we will see. Okay. Diron power on. Kittymon's uploaded to Diron. Diron powered on. All the cats. W. I'm gonna be so annoyed with myself if I finish this the rest of this run perfectly, and that one mistake is from that dumb worm. But you know, that's just the nature of this kind of thing. I'm eventually gonna get to the point where I'm gonna have like a lot of runs that are perfect, save for one mistake. Like that's just the nature of this kind of thing. So that's how it is. That's something I'm gonna have to accept and not be not too much of a negative Nancy about. All right. W is so wide and forks into 3. They should call this F beam, because it's present to a like a fork. So call it fork beam. Also F. Also give it F because it's an idea that Ferris came up with. Just kept this as Spacer. I don't. Spacer is kind of a mistranslation. I'd rather they not keep it as Spacer. Not even a word technically. Wide is one less syllable. It's a lot simpler. It's more descriptive, and it's not a mistranslation. But I get a lot of people are attached to that name because of Super Metroid. So. It's the tall beam. All right. I play a lot of rhythm games too, so I'm also sort of used to that too. Oh yeah, people watch those, right? I forgot about that. my most popular YouTube video with like 2 million views. It was literally just a compilation of just like, hey, kind of want to do a little compilation because I love the series, but like, what's the closest thing to like a challenge run through? Kind of. That's not painful. Like, I don't want to do them all in a single time. Oh, let's just do a compilation, and then it got like 3 million views or something absurd. I guess there's a really big demand of 60 FPS compilations of all the games, apparently. And I just hit that, and the YouTube algorithm just picked it up, and it took off. I actually kind of wanted to do a Rhythm Heaven marathon at some point with all 4 games, but then I remember that means playing Mega Mix on 3DS, and that means effectively replaying about half the games from the previous games. And then also playing really boring versions of them. And I'm just like, no, never mind, I don't want to do that. Good rhythm heaven games. I mean, I think Mega Mix is good. It's just not something I would include in a marathon of all the games, because it would just be way too much repetition. Which is kind of the point of the game, just kind of a mix of a lot of the popular games from the previous games. Popular mini games from the previous games. They just also added all these really easy versions. Which, I mean, I get that they're there for accessibility, but at the same time, they're very sluggish, very slow, and the game forces you through them. And it's just, ugh. The extra songs they added. Well, the extra song, easy version, extra songs they added from the previous games are just not interesting or enjoyable, I feel. But that's just me, though. Okay. I've learned to always wait on the bottom worm, because I have fallen on top of it before and taken a hit there. That beam should have hit the door. Did it not hit the door? Oh well, whatever. Alright, meltdown segments. Can I like actually shoot these out, please? Thanks. Okay, we're good. 100% success with a 100% success rate, it still continues, or whatever that word is. Success rate, continuation. There's a word for this. I know. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Trend? No. There's a word for it, like a record or whatever, like continuous record, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Streak, there we go, that's what I'm talking. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, streak. Thank you. Because I've never gotten hit there in a single run ever, and the streak continues. I'm just very careful to not say that until afterwards. For obvious reasons. I know I will just jinx myself if I do that. Yeah, like the only flamethrower pattern you actually have to really be careful about is the very last set. Because like if you pop out of the last whirlball tunnel when you're not morphed, your head will hit the first flamethrower and you will get hit there. And you have to roll underneath the vertical ones. Which is why like when I roll through so like when Samus climbs through the morph ball tunnel, like does her climbing animation, as long as you keep moving, she will always unmorph when she pops out. So if you do that in the last tunnel, you will get hit. Keep that in mind, because she's always going to automatically unmorph. Just due to how the game's auto-unmorphing mechanics work. But if you spring ball, then that kind of breaks the game thinking that you want to unmorph. So I always do a little spring ball in the middle just to make sure that like I stay morphed as I pop out of that tunnel. There's a few other cases where I do it too, although it's less obvious, but yeah. Seven. Only 6 are needed, but I fire an extra one just to be safe. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, that's there. Okay, this is top 3 hardest bosses, or scariest bosses, scariest fights for me. Okay. Okay. Oh, come on. Come on. How is he not dead? Yeah! Okay, there we go. Okay. I almost did that too early. That counter was almost too early. I could have gotten hit there. Did we get? Yep. Cool. Whew. Okay. Fun fact, that enemy there is there only to give you missile drops. This game has a lot of little rooms like that, where you don't really have anywhere to go besides the missile door, but the game gives you a little infinite drops, basically. Because this game is generally well designed. Guess what other game does that too? Echoes. Or honestly, most Metroid games in general. Okay. Hey Aaron, Kiza, what to you too? Yeah, generally, the series is generally pretty good about it, not soft-locking you on accidents. So. Other M is unironically the worst about it, I feel like. Like, oh, you backtracked 2 rooms after this plot event. Oh, you soft-locked. There's like 2 spots in the game like that, I think. If I remember correctly. And like, it is pretty realistic for a casual player to do that, too. To be fair, there might be one. I don't remember off the top of my head. I know there's definitely one for the Ice Beam one. There could have been. I think there was a second one, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I could be wrong. There is like 1 or 2 spots like that in Prime 1 and 2 respectively as well. But there are a lot. Prime 1's isn't quite as bad because like basically you see an artifact after you beat Phase on a lead. You're gonna get it, but you will soft lock if you leave the room without getting the artifact. But like, who's ever gonna do that? Echoes is a bit actually kind of worse about that because like, there's like 1 or 2 rooms in the game where if you activate some echo locks but don't activate all of them and you leave, then they're gone. I think someone knows more about it than me, but like that is a real legitimate soft lock potential, which is actually kind of bad, unfortunately. Realistic, I should say. But generally speaking, Metroid games are pretty good about that. Yeah, I thought there was a second one in Echoes too. Main Research definitely one of them, but again, I don't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, the Main Research one was the one I was thinking of, which is actually pretty bad. And then you get to Twilight Princess, which has 2 spots where if you literally save and quit in certain spots in the game, then you soft lock. There's my daily throw shade at Twilight Princess. There's my daily throw shade at Twilight Princess part of the stream. I almost got hit there like an idiot. Oops. I could not resist. Alright, Grapple Beam. I want to think of a funny little clever name for this. Maybe V-Beam, because like the grapple icon looks kind of like a V, a purple V sort of, but I think that's a little bit too vague. It's more like this as opposed to that, if that makes any sense. Whee! Whee! has extra electricity particles. I believe it. It does look really fancy. Like, when I think about the other item upgrades you get that have icons in this game, I can't really think of any that have, like, real animations. Oracle of Age's second temple has a key door with 2 keys behind it. If you jump across the holes and onto the way, you use up the key and it's over. I should know this, but I don't. Then again, it's probably been over a year. It's been like over a year since I played Ages Randomizer, which I could do soon, because I just got my Game Boy setup back from Nukes today. But I have other things I want to work on. Might be nice for a comfy stream though, at some point. It's been a while since I played Ages, or Seasons, or Minish Cap for that matter, but especially the Oracles, Randomizers. They're pretty fun. Or Wind Waker, or any Zelda randomizer as a whole, honestly. I do want to, like, actually play Skyward Sword randomizer a bit more. Because, like, I mean, I know the Oracles and Wind Waker and Minish Cap enough where, like, I'm confident I can just pick it up and, like, know where all the important checks are and just do it. But obviously, I'm not nowhere near, I'm not at that point in Skyward Sword, because I've only done, like, 2. Part of 2. Like, I've done, like, part of 3 seeds, and that's it, really. But I do kind of want to play Skyward Sword rando a bit more. Like, I'm confident that if I just pick up an Oracle of Ages or Seasons randomizer, yeah, there's probably, like, 2 or 3 checks I might forget, but generally speaking, I can get around the world fine, because I know the games well. Like, same with Wind Waker and Minish Cap randos. So, in other words, the ones that I played quite a bit. What a surprise. Also, Diffusion being useful. Alright. Yellow friend me, where are you? Yellow friend me, where are you? Okay. It's slower to go here, of course, but 1, it lets me open that shortcut, and 2, it just lets me kind of reset the yellow enemy's location. In case it notices me, then it just lets me get a fresh start, kind of. Again, not a speedrun, obviously, so I have the freedom to do that if I wish. I just tried to speed boost. I pressed the speed boost button. I'm like, wait a second, I don't have speed boost. Wait a second, I'm taking like 2 rooms at like 10 minutes ahead. Like more like 15 minutes ahead, oops. Okay. Whee! I do want to stream the finale of my Radiant Dawn Iron Man tomorrow afternoon, so that'll be really fun. I should probably announce it on Twitter somewhere. But I do want to do that, so it's probably going to be like tomorrow afternoon. So roughly 20 hours, like 18 hours from now, I suppose. Like basically tomorrow, but subtract 5 or 6 hours, I'd say. See Dragon in the background. Wait, really? Like it just registered. It just occurred to me what you just said. No, I didn't. Which room? I have to keep an eye out for that. In a huge test tube. Which huge test tube? This one? No, there's nothing there. I'll keep an eye out for next time. Fun fact, I wrote all this logic on how, all this complicated logic to get up to there. You can just literally jump. I didn't realize that. I'm like, wait a second. You can just jump up there. You don't need wall jumping or spin boost or grapple beam or flat or wall jumping or Spider-Man to get up. You can just literally jump there. Oops. Whoopsies. But you mean the really big one that turns cold? The big freezer? I don't think rooms really have a name to them, so I'm guessing you mean the really big one that turns into a giant freezer with all the speed boosting. Does hard mode... Hey, Carissa, does hard mode actually affect this challenge? Yes, it gets me more viewers. That's the difference. I am very shameless about that. That's why it's all in all caps. Yo, check this guy out. Going for hitless runs on hard mode. Ugh. Serious answer, no, it doesn't matter. Like, it would matter. It would potentially matter if I got hit like 3 times in one fight, but like, that's not gonna happen. With how I'm playing this, that's realistically not gonna happen. And if it does, then I deserve that extra hit from death. I would deserve getting hit at death. I've always played on hard mode. I have always actually played on hard mode. I just never what's it called? Clickbaited it. I don't blame you though. Like, I mean, it's obvious. It's kind of hard to see that because like I'm like almost never taking damage. So. Okay. Probably about 1/4 of the way through, I think. And I'm 1/3, I suppose. Yeah, you're never gonna see like the text hard mode, I think, unless like you see me start at the very start of the file. Load it up. Like normally when I reset, I'm gonna like load checkpoints. I'm gonna do this again just to be safe. Which even so when I reload checkpoint, you're still not gonna see the difficulty setting when I do that. So. Yeah, if you're here like in like the first 2 or 3 minutes of the stream, you'll see it. Most people don't catch that, understandably. Because like a lot of times I just like don't forget to have like an actual new game file. So I'm like, okay, well, time to start a new game file. So these worms here, they are very scary. Because they respawn infinitely. And will just pop you at the most awkward of times. Those were off cycle. I was like, right now, I was just like, why don't I just shoot these so I don't have to worry about them? And that changed our cycle. Like, the moment I fired the diffusion missile at the first set of worms, I realized how much of a mistake that was. Because I'm like, wait a second, that's gonna throw off our cycles, isn't it? And I was right. I was right. It threw off our cycles. But good, but you know what matters is I didn't get hits. And that is what matters. E. Let's go. The energy tank that totally matters right now. Enemy up here, don't forget about it. Whee! 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 Alright, this is where I took I think my 3rd hit in yesterday's run. So the guy right here is the one I just got hit by yesterday. You can make this out of grapple, by the way. I just wanted to do that for fun. That's cool. I don't even know if it's faster. I have a strong feeling that was very much intended. They were just like, hey, if you're fast enough, you're rewarded with this. If not, you can still just come back with grapple beam. Like you have just enough time to make that consistently. It's not super easy, but if you know to watch out for it, it's consistent to do. Like I'm like 99% confident that's intended. All right, get your greater signs ready, because we're gonna be getting the greater sign upgrade. I will say, like, I've never actually done one hit on stream. My PB that only got one hit was an offline run, which I did record. I just never encoded it because I was like, well, I don't really want to waste time encoding it when when I want to beat it anyways. So if I do finish this with only one run, then at least I'll have stream proof of it when I don't have to really bother encoding a run. It will be very nice. And I should not have done that. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why. Go, 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 go. Okay. I don't know why I did that. I almost literally ran into that like an idiot. Well, we're learning a lot today. Alright, charge my beam first, then enter. Buff for firing this. Hopefully I get the right angle. Good. This central unit is definitely the scariest one. The ice one is also the scariest one after this, but this one is by far the scariest, for sure. Oh, all right. In here. Okay, see me friend dead, probably. I think that's kind of the point, where it was kind of very much a reference to the Mother Brains, which I liked a minor reference to it, but it would be a little bit much if they actually made it the Mother Brain, basically. Personally, I just like that it's its own unique fight, but with clear references to that at the very least. I suppose as well as say. That's just me though. Noom, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. All right, part 2. Wee, noom, noom, noom. Hey. Kill that thing for sure. Whee! Oh no! Oh no! Ah! I panicked. I panicked so hard. I should have just jumped over it. I literally should have just jumped over it. I don't deserve that. I should have just jumped over it. I just panicked because when I fell down and missed the grapple, I just forgot what I had to dodge. I just literally forgot what I had to dodge. So like my brain thought there was all crumble blocks and there was like 3 enemies there. So I was just like, my priority was to get out of there ASAP when I should have just realized it's a saw enemy. All I had to do was jump over it and that's it. Also, the grapple itself was not risky. I'll say that. The grappling is a lot more consistent than it looks. A lot of people have trouble with it, understandably, but the key to grappling the ceiling grapple points consistently is to aim early. Once you realize that, they're really easy. Well, not easy, but consistent. I say that as I skip a grapple point. Oh yeah, did you know you can bomb jump these? Whee! Oh, or not. See? You can make them bomb jump.
Small E. Oh, I learn something new every day. All right. Okay. We good. Those who believe in me are not happy with how I'm playing. I say that as I struggle to get the scrapple point like an idiot. Okay. My favorite part of the game, firing your missiles against the fans. I just do it because it's funny. It's oddly cute, too, in a sense. For whatever reason. Okay. I know, it's really cute. This game has a lot of really cute details. So did you know, when you have ice missiles, you fire ice missiles. But if you fire ice missiles from lava, they turn into super missiles. It's like if you're in lava and you like shoot an ice missile up out of the lava, like while you're submerged, I should say, you'll see a super missile instead. Really cool little detail. I don't know if it has the same properties as a super missile. I would assume so, but I could be. I don't know. But at the very least, it absolutely looks like a super missile. With the amount of detail they put into this game, it would not surprise me that it would actually behave like a super missile. So. So forgot to split. Because that totally matters. Our Toha friend. It happened to matter to you when he tested us. That's funny. Alright, Dark Zero has been the main dev for randomizer. I think Brandon's been working on it a lot too. But yeah, it's been in the works. So that'll be exciting. And I've been helping with the logic as well. Like, it technically is a thing. By the way, Dark Zero, feel free to plug your YouTube video of you experimenting with it. Disclaimer. There were a lot of incompletable seeds. But it's still cool to see it be possible. And a thing. It was like a month and a half ago, I think. It was a while ago. I don't know if it's faster to flash up or speed boost. Oh, get up there! Okay. Go fast, go fast, go fast, go fast. Whee! 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 Oi! Okay, okay. I should have just committed. I thought I bonked. That's why I backed off. I thought I bonked. Well, not bonked, but lost speed boost, which is why I backed off. That's okay. Go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast! What happened to not speedrunning this game? Yeah, what is speedrunning this game? became useful, just FYI. This playthrough, Damageless playthrough is a reminder of how useful Phantom Cloak and Fusion Beam are for combat, or rather, avoiding combat. OBS speedrun 0 hits. You're not wrong, technically. I'd technically be able to submit this to a leaderboard. Although, actually, no, I don't think I do. I think leaderboards like require showing this version or something like that. I never looked at a leaderboard because I didn't really care. And I don't do that, so whatever. 0 hits category. 0 hits 100%. Aha. Alright. 0%, 100% hard. All major items, no glitches. All mini bosses, all mini bosses, all major bosses. I don't know if it's possible to actually one-cycle this. Like, when I did my no spin boost, no space jump 100% playthrough, I got super missiles early because it's cool. And I still couldn't one-cycle it. I experimented a lot with trying to one-cycle it with supers, but I couldn't do it. I don't know if it's actually possible. And like, it's close, because I think in my no spin boost playthrough, when I got supers early for fun, I'm like 2 super short. Like, I only hit it with like 2 supers on the second cycle, so it's like, it feels bad when it's that close. Okay. Imagine being at world record pace and getting hit near the end. The actual pain. That would be very painful. That would be very unfortunate and very painful. I mean, uncharged shots do not work on a weakness, if I remember correctly. They don't work. They do work on like the tentacles at the top, but I find missiles is faster anyways. But like, it's clear that there's like a damage cap on it. Like it waits until you either there's a certain amount of time it waits for, either that or you do enough damage to it. I think like part of it's definitely damage based. All right, I should focus. Maybe if you have like ice missiles, it'd be possible, though that would require shenanigans or hacks or a randomizer. Or maybe I don't know how storm missiles would behave with it. Who knows? Wait until the randomizer comes out. Okay. One of the things I really appreciate about doing this is the Aeon management, because like Aeon management is not really a thing in this game generally. Because like it's absolutely an all-around thing. It's a cooldown meter. There's no such thing as like managing your meter, because it's just a cooldown meter effectively when you play this game normally, because flash ship is all or nothing and pulse radar is all or nothing. But like with how much Phantom Cloak I'm using, I have to like carefully manage how much Aeon I have remaining. You basically have more than enough Aeon to sneak around with Phantom Cloak and still fire your cannon twice. Typically speaking. If you fire a third time, that's your entire meter. So you have like a little in between 2 to 3, enough Aeon to fire 2 shots reliably with Phantom Cloak. I guess you can't get anything else. That boss is outright skipped. So like, it is definitely possible. That boss is outright skipped in speedruns, because you can just use a pseudo way to skip it. Like I don't know if someone's tested it, but it is absolutely possible. Like right there, you saw me carefully fire exactly one missile in one shot to make sure I don't run out of Aeon while still cloaked. Oh, they despawn after the X release? Okay, didn't know that actually. Interesting. Move, move, move. Okay, we're good. Remember to shoot the door. Okay, good. Run! No! Okay. I mean, it's consistent to run through that. It's just so scary because those plants just existing is scary. I know that sounds terrible, but they are just so scary. Rip whale. Whaley unfortunate for that whale. They probably have an interesting name, official name. Alright, remind me to get some water and take a bathroom break after Ellen, because this is, after releasing the X is a cutscene, and that's just a nice opportunity for you to take a bit of a break. Because this is kind of a halfway point for this challenge, I think, give or take. And like, I'd rather take a water break and a bathroom break when there's something going on in screen, as opposed to just seeing Samus stand there doing nothing. Okay, it's nice that this load is really fast, unsurprisingly, because Ellen is a pretty small area. Okay. This is kind of nice, because like, playing this game Damageless is kind of fun, because it's like basically speedrunning the game, but not speedrunning it, if that makes any sense. Because I still want to go fast. Like, going fast is still good, because the faster I go, the less risk there is a lot of times. The less time I spend playing the game. Oh. Did I get hit? Samus was flash red. No, my health was still 99. I don't think I took damage, but I saw her flash red. I'm gonna look at this. It was the X. It was the X. It was the X. It was the X. That's why she flashed red. I got a red X. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're generally invulnerable. Not always, but you are generally invulnerable to most stuff while shine sparking. But not after you bonk. When you bonk, you're not invulnerable anymore. So I absolutely could have caused a hit there after the bonk, which was after the bonk. P. Like, you can definitely shine spark into something that hurts you as well. Like, the turrets and the central units, they do hurt you as well. Which I've learned that the hard way. Damageless. The worst part about the ice Emmy is the fact that if you shine, there's a turret on the ceiling just to the left of it, so if you shine spark vertically into the left of the central unit, then you may bonk into the turret and then take damage. So you have to be careful to shine spark to its right from below. So, yeah. All right. Slurp. Yes, there was an E-tank I just passed by. Okay, cutscene time. Hello. Excuse me, sorry. I'm back and hydrated. Well, ready to get hydrated more. Whee! Yeah, there's pretty much basically there's no real reason to get that E-tank now. Basically. I mean, like, I already have 5, and it's not like taking damage matters, because that's my goal, not to take damage. And I have to go, yeah, I have to go back there anyways. So I might as well get it when I have power bombs and stuff, so it's a little faster and easier. And I might as well get through, like, the harder parts of the game more quickly. I mean, it's only a few seconds, but it kind of matters. I trust you will make it here safely. Alright, speaking of difficult parts. Oh, excuse me. I believe Raven Beak is all the computers, technically. Note that Adam in all of these navigation rooms never calls you lady, if I remember correctly. That's like one hint for that, towards that. And like you lose transmission with Adam as you land. Okay, cool. See, if I allowed getting spin boost early with a water bomb, that would skip this entire detour, like all of this. And thus, a lot of parts potential for taking damage. So like, allowing the water bomb jump here would make a really, really, really big difference. It would cut out 2 extra ice enemy segments. Falling down the tower, navigating that room with the worms, navigating the room with the giant spiky enemy, having to climb up the tall room again, etc., etc. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting, Dark Zero. Alright, that's further proof. That is further proof of that. That's interesting, though. Didn't know that. Today I learned.
Away with you, plants. Alright, Chozo Warrior number 2 out of 5, coming up. This is gonna go by really quickly. Okay, cool. Remember to shine early. Shine early. Charge early. Shine early. Good. Okay. 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 There we go. Okay, we're good. All right, one of the hardest enemy central units. Okay. Oh, I saw that. I saw that Rinka game. I saw that Rinka. Oh wait, give myself more space. GG. All right. Na 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 na. Okay, we got the cool missiles. Get to chill a bit. Boop, boop, boop. Did you know ice missiles are good? Oh, no, get up there! Okay. Whee! Alright, now we have the shortest split in the game. Hey, pulse radar. Honestly, for whatever reason, having the split here, well, one, I'm like, I don't want to say OCD, even though I'm technically diagnosed with it. I'm very bothered if my splits don't have every single major upgrade on it. And two, for whatever reason, having Pulse Radar as one of my splits kind of reminds me to open up the Ferenia elevator. Well, not the elevator, but you'll know you'll see what I mean soon. Hey! This opens up the being able to come back to Gavaran through Ferenia, which is very important. So.
Get up there! Okay. Time for a sequence break. Intended one, if I know how to do it. Go, 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 go. I forgot to bomb. I forgot to place a bomb! No! Alright. Oh, that block is so annoying. God. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, focus. Doing that set of wall jumps is very nice, because that's one less idle I have to worry about. Okay. Oh, I cannot look at chat right now. I think I got raided. I see a lot of Kiddymons. I will talk more later. Also, please leave stream, nukes. Spoilers, spoilers, please leave. Okay. This is like right after the point in the game you're at. Okay. What do next? Okay. Thanks for the raid. Alright. Not even memeing. What? This is the scariest part of the fight here. Ah! Okay, I'm not gonna have. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the raid and Kiddymons. I like saw a wall of Kiddymons. I'm like, I think I got raided by nukes. Hope your multi-world went well. But yes, this is absolutely after the part of the game she's at. So if you care about spoilers, I'm sorry, but not the best time to watch. But if you don't mind, I've been working on Damageless 100% Dread. And this run's unfortunately already dead, but that's okay. Because it's still kind of de-rust / for fun anyways. But yeah, thanks for the raid. Hope your stream was very good. Stream probably a lot of various randomizer stuff. And this too, and speedrunning. So a lot of stuff, basically. Alright, there's a plant down there. I know there's a plant down there. I know there's a plant down there. I think I killed it. I think I killed it. Okay, I think I killed it. So kind of a intended-ish sequence break here. If you shine Sprite there, you get to go take this elevator that takes you to a late game item early. Although I kind of got cross bombs early too, which is another sequence break, sort of, but yeah. Oh yeah, did you notice the power bomb block there? So yeah, now we're going to Barania. Okay. But yeah, I also stream nowadays. Been doing some Wario runs, although I haven't streamed them too much. I'll probably be doing more Metroid Prime randomizers, 2D Zelda randomizers, and Wind Waker randomizers. And also, I actually plan on getting back to 2D Sonic speedruns as well, soon-ish. So that'll be fun, just FYI. Okay, now we're in Barania, and we're about to get the early gravity suit intended sequence break. So if you want to see how to do this, you're about to see how to do it. Okay, well that's unfortunate. Oh, you know I'm just gonna get started away. Sometimes those blocks just don't break. They just don't break sometimes. This game's a little finicky like that. It's a little unfortunate, but yeah. I do wish they gave you like one more tile of space, honestly. It's kind of unnecessary how tightly they made it, but oh well. It's otherwise cool though. I do think this is cool otherwise though. Slide. Yeah, I found the giant charge part just more annoying than interesting, I think. But that's about it though. And now we're in the room right before Gravity Suit. Oh, I see those. I see those. I see those fishies, game. I see those fishies. Did you know diffusion beam is useful? Did you know diffusion beam is useful? Although it's not gonna be quite as useful anymore, but if you saw like the first half of this run, first hour of this run, you'd see me use diffusion beam quite a bit for combat. Same for Phantom Cloak. Okay. Whee! Wait, right now I've taken 1 hit, and obviously my goal is 0 hits, which is very realistic given my PB is literally 1 hit. So unfortunately, it's not gonna PB, but that's okay though. As a way to discipline myself to not reset, I literally have a prediction. Will I finish this in less than 4 hits? Unfortunately, that prediction's closed, but still. Should you play this game? This game is awesome. This is legitimately my favorite 2D Metroid. Favorite Metroid, period, maybe. I think this game is fantastic. I will say, this is also one of the hardest games for sure. Like, it is very challenging and very combat-oriented. But this game does have a very generous checkpoint system as well. Like, this game has a very generous checkpoint system, so that alleviates it a lot if you're a bit put off by that. This is definitely a very difficult game though, but for the mostly the right reasons, I say. But yeah, this game's awesome though. I just realized I have follower mode. I don't know how to turn off follower mode. Oh, there we go. You can turn that off for now, just for the heck of it. Because I just realized like most people probably aren't being able to chat because of that. Alright. You can borrow it anytime? Oh yeah, definitely play it then. My recommendation. Like, out of the mainstream titles, I don't think there's really such thing as a bad Metroid. Like, I don't even think the Nestroid and Metroid 2 are even that bad, although they definitely have a lot of aging issues. But for the most part, they're all good. Alright, boss time. Okay. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I thought it was still on phase 1. I thought it was on phase 1. For some reason, I thought it was still on phase 1. That's why I didn't move. Like when it's on phase 1, when it goes to the wall, it's about to jump over you. That's why I stayed in place. So I was waiting for that. But when it's in phase 2 and it goes on the wall, it's gonna fire that dark beam that does a bazillion damage to you. And I thought it was phase 1, which, yeah, that's why I got hit there. I was waiting for it. So that's entirely on me. And also, this is the game being really annoying about subpixels or whatever. Well, that is unfortunate, but oh well. It is what it is. It is what it is.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Okay. Oh wait. Charge. Whee! That's why it's hard mode. Oh right. I forgot I can't actually do that. I don't know why. I'm still kind of flustered after that. I'm still flustered after that hit, but you know, it happens. Yeah, Artaria is frozen. And this is also where we encounter lots of Kizarons, like that one. Did you know Kizaron's a nerd and he's a jerk? That's that nerd. It's a meme. I don't actually dislike him. If it wasn't obvious.
Uploading data.
If you just beat the game normally, then you unlock hard mode. So you don't have to do like 100% or anything like that. Unfortunately, hard mode is like not that interesting in this game. It's just you take double damage. That's it. Which, you know, oh well. So the only reason I have hard mode in the stream tile is clickbait, because it really does not matter for me. Get it back. Okay. Oh, you absolutely take a lot of damage in hard mode. You take so much more damage in hard mode. Just because like everything hits you so hard already in normal mode. Like the Chozo Warriors, when that Chozo Warrior hits me with that black beam, he did like probably like 300 damage, like almost 300 damage to me, probably. When in normal it's probably like 150, something like that. I'm gonna back off. There you go. Okay, did you know cross bombs are useful? Whee! Okay. Alright, we encounter another Kizaron here. I'm gonna sneak past this Kizaron, because Kizaron is very observant. Okay, bye. Okay, so I need to kill the top Kizaron ASAP, so I'm gonna take this very carefully. Good. That X, if you saw that X that just flew away, if I don't kill that top Kizaron immediately, that X will turn into another Kizaron in a very annoying spot. So it's very important to kill that Kizaron immediately. Alright, and there's a reason why I have a split specifically for this part. Because, well, one, if I don't have the split, then the next split's honestly very, very big. And two, just the entire segment of Frozen with Tartaria is just very scary in general. Although it's a lot less scary now that I have safer strats like the Shine Spark I did, and also learning how the Kizaron spawn that I just explained works. So it's a lot less scary now, but still. And then we get the next split, which, for me personally, is definitely the scariest boss fight in the game for Damageless. No contest. Kraid and Ravenbeak are scary for sure. Like, they're runner-ups for sure. But this is on another level for me. Like, no contest. So, here we go. Coming up soon. Also, missile tank. Goodies. Whee! Okay. All right. Get some water. Okay. Okay. No counter sequence. That's good. Counter sequence takes forever. Don't want to do it. Even though it's really cool. Okay, that's part one. This is the other scary part. That's late. I don't know if I'm gonna get this. Okay, okay. And then the last scary part of the split. This room. This is the last scary part of the boss. Getting out of this room. Like, I'm not even memeing. Okay, it's not over yet, but that's the hardest part. Oh, dread doors. Hey, did you know cross bombs are useful? Whee! You can tell I really like cross bombs a lot. Reminder, if you game a lot, even if they don't hurt, make sure to stretch your hands, shake them off regularly. You're immune to the flamethrowers with gravity suit, period. I think it's it might be Varia suit, I actually don't know. Gravity suit definitely makes you immune to them. I don't remember if Varia suit does though. Keep in mind, these flamethrowers are different than the ones in the heated hall of Artaria. There's like one long heated hall where you split with the spider magnet ceiling you climb across, with like 2 flamethrowers on the top, and then like a missile tank at the end. Those will hit you still. Those are different than the ones we just saw. They will hit you even if you have gravity suit. They will hit you even if you shine spark through them. So I had to actually today I had to test some logic for the randomizer to see if it was possible to shine spark for that item. Just in case, because I think the original logic had it assume it was possible, but I wanted to double check because you had to time your shine spark so you shine spark through the 2 flamethrowers without bonking into them, and you can. It's very tight, but you can do it. So. All right. Don't forget this item here. Okay, this item's surprisingly scary. You'll see why if I don't get a wall jump. Got it. Okay, never mind. You're not gonna see why it's scary. You're not gonna see why that's scary because I got the wall jump. More Kizarons. Thankfully we have screw attack, so we don't have to really worry about them too much. And I'm just gonna BM the Kizaron with the random missile in his face. There's an enemy there, by the way. You have to keep that in mind. You just have to learn all these little enemy locations when you do something like this. Because I've gotten hit by that before, in practice, not in a natural run. Like right underneath the floor there is a little fly thing that comes out. You have to be aware of that. So it would be a lot faster for me to take the elevator to the left. And that takes me straight to Barenia, which is a much faster path to where I want to go, which is Gavran and Ferenia. But that requires climbing up a very tall shaft with a bunch of little bats flying at you. Which is normally not a big deal if you have space jump and screw attack. I don't have space jump, so to climb up that room, I have to use infinite bomb jump, while a bunch of Kizarons are flying at me. And assuming I get past that unscathed, then I have to fight 2 robot Chozo soldiers, which I don't want to do without power bombs. So instead, I'm going to be taking this much longer detour through Kataris, which is convenient, because I have all the items I need to clean up, half of this basically. So I'm gonna be taking a path that takes me through Kataris that kind of leads me to Dairon's elevator. And there's on the way to Dairon's elevator are a lot of upgrades that I can clean up. Because this is 100%. So I'm gonna be doing a bit of cleanup right now. On my way to Dairon. You can spark up there too, but the spark itself is very difficult as well. So it's worth doing the detour really, because I'm still doing cleanup at the same time. So it's just convenience. Oh wait, that's another missile. Yeah, I forgot there were 2 missile blocks there. There is an item there, yes. It is required for 100%. Whee! Whee! Okay. This is where I took my first hit, unfortunately. In this run. Alright, we get to see a really cool room here. Whee! 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 Hey! Alright, this is one of the most clever puzzles in the game, in my opinion. I know a lot of you from Nuke's chat. I was so proud of her when she solved this. Without any cheese items either. It was so, because like this puzzle is honestly really clever, and I like it a lot. It's a really cool puzzle. You lower it one layer, boom these blocks, and then while you're clanging from this, you boom the missiles, and you lower it permanently. It's really awesome. I love that puzzle. Okay. I feel like I didn't kill the enemy up there. Okay, I did, I guess. Fat thingy there, another volcano enemy there, another thingy here. Whee! Cross bombs are useful. Did you know that? Okay. So yep, just a bit more cleanup. On our way to Dairon. The enemy up here. Kill it. Don't take chances. Okay, dead. I'm not gonna get this because it's really difficult, but I might, who knows. Okay, I did apparently. Cool, I got it. I've like never gotten that before, but we take those. We take those. Alright, and that's Katara's cleanup, or half of it at least, so that went pretty smoothly, and quickly too. Going fast is nice, obviously not a priority, but like, the less time I know this sounds like I don't like the game, but the less time I have to spend playing the game, the better it is for Damageless. For reasons I don't know if I should explain. If it makes sense. Less time I have to play the game means less chances to get hit, basically. And the less time I have to stay focused. But obviously there's like a lot of trade-offs I take. So, hey Venomous Delta, thanks for the raid. Hope your stream went well. I am streaming Metroid Dread 100% Damageless, and this run is unfortunately dead, but still. It's still a run I'm going to continue with, because there's a prediction on the line. I gotta go for it. Gotta trust in the believers. But yeah, hope your stream went well though. Talking is difficult. Alright. Focus on this. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna assume Nukes is not in chat. I was so sad when she found this block. But didn't find it. Didn't find this. Because like, she bombed like this right here, and then that. But she just did not find this, and I was like, no! Please try bombing that again! Bomb it again! And the worst part is that it's an energy part too, but you know, you're not gonna get everything on your first playthrough, so. Yeah. I think that took me a while to find as well. Like, you're like, without Pulse Raider, you're not finding that easily. The block that you're supposed to shoot is a little bit lighter than the other, so there is technically a visual cue for it. Like, almost pretty much every block in the game that's destructible has, like, some cue for it. Like, sometimes when you bomb something in the wall, it's because there's, like, a vent in there, for example. Oh yeah, that's the word. That's like the part I was internally crying about, because she was like in exploration mode and she was exploring Kataris, and if she just like explored like 3 more rooms in Kataris, she would have found Pulse Radar. She was so close to finding it, but alas, that's okay. Oh, thanks, Lazy Problems, for the cheer. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the HDQ run went. I ran Warrior Land Shake at 90%. Unfortunately, kind of at a not great time, but you know, some runs gotta take that spot in GDQs, and mine happened to be that run spot, which was not terrible, because like the kind of game I ran was kind of the comfier type. So, okay, really. Sometimes you just have to shake things up. I know. Oh yeah, wave enemy coming up. Cloak. Okay. Sneak. Run! Okay, we're good. Okay. Beep. Whee! Alright, time for another boss fight. I don't remember what this boss's name is, honestly. Fescue, okay, thanks. Those shots I just fired are important, because it lets me kill this in 5 screw attacks instead of 6. I mean, it's not, by important, I mean it saves me a little bit of time. Oh god. That was so close. Oh, that was close. I find this Core X easier than the other one because you have a lot more vertical space. Whereas the other one you have a lot more horizontal space, but that means it's just harder for you to like jump over it. So if I find this one easier. Although the other one you can technically speed boost. Shine Spark if you find an opportunity to do so, so it has that going for it, whereas in this one you don't. Alright. We've got Seeker Missiles, Storm Missiles. I don't know why I'm going this way. Not let the floating X during the Core X fights to pile too much. The game can crash if there's too many. Oh, okay. Did not know that. Today I learned. Yeah, this game has a bit of a tendency to crash, unfortunately. I mean, I haven't seen many crash. I've seen it crash like 2 or 3 times, which is not as much, given how much I played this game. But from what I've heard, it unfortunately has a lot of crashing issues for speedrunners. Unfortunately. But it is what it is. I forgot I want to keep my Storm Missile charged for this Storm Missile lock. That's not gonna hit, is it? Nope. I'm just gonna wait this out. Yeah, and it never crashed in my first like 2 casual playthroughs. So like, oh, yeah, I'm not gonna make that. Can I just stop missing this cross bomb, please? Thank you. All right, there we go. Hey, get up there. Okay. Whew. Now we have another Chozo robot fight coming up. Hopefully this goes quickly. But I have a setup to kill one of them instantly. Bye. The gray one has less health than the gold one, and is also weak to storm missiles for whatever reason. So it just dies, and it dies to 2 sets of storm missiles and a shine spark. Oh no! Ah! That red flash attack was very slow. I thought it just occurred to me. if you're low on Aeon, does it wait until your Aeon's full? Because my Aeon meter was not full. It only attacks when my Aeon actually just filled up with the red spark attack. If so, that's interesting. That would be very interesting. I'm kind of curious now. I mean, that would be even more interesting design, because it's even further proof that like you're supposed to use Flash Shift to draw that, but if you can't use Flash Shift, it waits until you can. I have seen it do that attack slowly for whatever reason, occasionally, very occasionally. And if it's because you're like low on Aeon for whatever reason, that might be a reason for that. Okay. Yeah, Ferenia, so we're kind of in the last major area in the game that has upgrades. And right now, basically blitzing to the wave at me, which requires a screw attack and storm missiles to get to. And now we're in the wave at me segment. Pretty straightforward, honestly, as long as you know where. Okay, never mind. I don't think it really matters. So far away from it anyways. But yes, you're supposed, at least with the unnatural route, you're supposed to have space jump for that, but you can just infinite bombs over wall jump like that. That was so close. I almost got hit there. And yes, turrets do hit you out of screw attacks. I learned that the hard way. Unfortunately, when you if you screw attack into a turret's fire, it will hit you. By the way, there's a power bomb block here. I assume as a way for you to come back here if you ever really want to come back here for whatever reason. Okay, time to focus. That was very bad. That was a bad start. Should be good. Yeah, it should be good. Cool. Okay. All right. Wave goodbye to our 6th friend me. As we get our other W beam. Whee! Yes, spin boost can't make that, FYI. That's why I did a cross bomb jump. They really made a good job making wave beam feel very powerful in this game, honestly. Like, I really like how it feels in this game. I suppose like Metroid fusions where like, well, 1, it's actually not stronger than Plasma for the most part. And 2, just doesn't really feel that much stronger either. Whee! Oh, right. Okay, focus on this. Got it. Hey, thanks for the raid, Sound Defense. Hope your stream went well. Yep, W indeed. How was your stream, Sound Defense? Cool guy. Streams a lot of 2D Sonic, and I think he's also been streaming some Lego stuff as well. Building physical Legos, not Lego games. Well, I mean, in the case of Samus Returns, like, it's not intended to be like the super all-powerful beam. So, like, that's kind of a different story. By the way, you can actually get this item without space jump nor spin boost, although it requires flash shift. It's fun. It's going well. I mean, like, okay, it's not going well because this run's dead, but we're still having a good time. And like, there's a prediction on the line at this point. Like, I'm not doing this for PB anymore, because like, obviously the only way for me to PB is to play perfectly with hitless, because my PB is literally one hit. But since I have a prediction up, well, I did, it closed, unfortunately. Ah, no! Get up there. Whether I'll finish this in less than 4 hits or not, I gotta finish it for the believers. That means I can afford to get hit one more time for the believers to win. So we'll see. But yeah. You got a chunky new PB. Oh, why? That would have been bad. Almost got hit there. In what game? Okay. S3 kill. Let me focus on this for a bit. Hey! Sonic Green Knuckles, Tails, all emeralds. Sweet. I feel like you've been running all the emerald categories. Emerald categories are fun. Okay, back to Gavaran. And if you were here like 30 minutes ago, if you remember from like 30 minutes ago, after I got Pulse Radar, I made a bit of a detour to yank a grapple block. This is where that detour comes in. Time for all emeralds. There was actually a marathon that Amber set up, where she made, they hosted it on GDQ, and they called it all the shiny things, I think. So she, Amber goes by they, by the way, I'm still getting used to that. They basically like did a marathon where you pretty much had all the emerald categories for a lot of different Sonic games. That was a lot of fun. I actually ran a few of them too. Sonic 1 and Sonic Advance 1 and Sonic Advance 2. So, yep. And yeah. Also, mistakes with misgendering. Please call me out if I do, because I probably misgendered Amber on accident. So please correct me. Okay. As evidenced by the fact that I just did 3 times, unfortunately, but it's a lot harder to catch yourself when you talk about other people out loud than chat, because in chat it's like, oh, well, I caught my own typo. I can just fix it in chat, and then no one will catch it. Rush does have emeralds for Sonic. Oh, I don't remember if Rush was ran. Rush Adventure was ran, though. I think I ran Rush Adventure, actually. Yeah. I offered, like, Rush and Rush Adventure to Amber, but I also made it very clear that, like, okay, I basically offered, like, oh, I did that early. I basically, like, offered all 3 advanced games, Rush and Rush Adventure, to Amber. I basically told them, if you had to cut one of them out, please cut Rush out, because that is by far the one I like the least to speedrun, because the bosses are terrible in that game. Nope. Alright, well, I need to actually focus a bit, because there's a boss fight coming up, so. There's also a friend me coming up. And also lag. Alright, friend me down. Yeah, storm missiles are pretty good, if you didn't know. One of the unfortunate side effects of allowing turbo for leaderboards is the fact that storm missiles are obsolete for these fights, which makes me sad, but it is what it is. Because the unfortunate thing about this game is that like a lot of bosses are vulnerable to uncharged shots, and there's no firing cap rate. So many times your fastest form of DPS is just spamming your beam. Which for me personally, I find Storm Missiles more reliable and consistent than just spamming my beam for this fight. So that's why I use them, and they're pretty damn fast, honestly. They're pretty darn good. So, yeah. But it is what it is. I am a very big proponent of using Storm Missiles, supporter I should say, of using Storm Missiles more. The more Storm Missile use, the better. Oh yeah, this is also where you see a lot of booms, because, yeah, power bombs are pretty broken in this game. And also where I'm very glad I have extra power bomb tanks, because I'm going to be spamming them a lot. A lot. Rude. Rude. I always forget where the bomb blocks are for whatever reason. I just take the cross bomb because I'm lazy. Alright. We finished the main portion of the game. It's just time for cleanup. So we're gonna be running around for like 30 minutes hunting for items and hopefully never get hits. And yes, I do have power bombs, which trivializes a lot of the challenge, but this is also the part of the game where it's like, I need to not get complacent. Because it is very easy for me to still just get hit by something dumb. It's especially dangerous in Gavaran. Gavaran cleanup is very scary, even with all the power bombs I have. So, have to be very careful. Alright, and first off we're gonna start with Ferenia. So Ferenia it is. Okay. My alternate goal, excuse me. My other goal is to make sure I don't forget something, because I feel like I will. Because I'm still rusty at this. That power bomb was literally just for that one ending at the bottom. Of course I don't get power bomb drops! Of course I don't get power bomb drops! Of course I get 0 power bomb drops from the things that give me a bazillion. Have like a really high drop rate. Of course, well, you know. That's like... I don't remember that's a power bomb. I think this is an energy refill, isn't it? Yeah. That's a problem. Nope. Alright. Nope. I need an orange X to get a PB drop. Or one of these things to give me a power bomb drop, which... I got one. Okay, I got one. I got one. I got one. Okay, 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 I'm good. And this is why power bomb drop... getting the early power bomb drop expansions are very nice. Because I got 3 early ones before I got the main power bombs. Oh yeah, by the way, there's an enemy at the bottom here, so be careful. That one. I've just fallen on top of it before a few times, and it kind of feels bad. This is like the very first like cleanup segment. It just feels bad when like you just get hit almost immediately. Also, we got lucky. We got 2 power bomb drops, which is very nice. So the orange X, they give you 3 power bombs each. So, which is very nice. Hey! Thank you. So yeah, I will warn you, if you don't like really big blinding lights, if it wasn't obvious like 10 minutes ago, yeah, your eyes are not gonna like this, unfortunately. Just a warning, because I'm going to be using power bombs a lot. Thankfully, it's not like a seizure. I don't think it's really like a seizure-inducing thing, but still. Figured I'd mention that. Okay. Whee! Whee! And that should be 100%. Cool. After like my third or fourth playthrough of this game, I was so worried that I would not learn the map very well. And honestly, there's still a lot to the map I'm not familiar with, but I am confident in saying I know where every item is in the game. Which is a big plus. Because god, this game is so big. And so complex. Oh yeah, split. Alright, that's Ferenia cleanup. Now we have Dyron. Like Lyron, or Layron, or however you pronounce it, the Pokemon. Bet it's late. Alright, good night, Dark Zero. Thanks for chilling. And see you probably tomorrow. Okay, one thing I will say, might not be everyone's cup of tea, but tomorrow, so like around 18 hours from now, give or take, or rather, minus 6 hours plus 1 day, if you want to say it that way. I've been also doing like an Iron Man of Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, which basically means no resets. And I'm going to be streaming the finale of that tomorrow, and hopefully no one else will die. So if you're into Fire Emblem Iron Mans, I'm going to be doing that tomorrow, and finishing the game. Hopefully. So, yeah, look forward to that. Yeah, only Meg and Shinon are still dead. So still only 2 deaths. And we're at actual endgame. Oh, come on. I'm at actual endgame, so do or die from there. Okay. Whee. There's 2 items here. Whee! Downward Shine Sparks in this game feels so good. I love that addition. Like, there's just a oomph to Downward Shine Sparks that this game has, and it just feels good to do. Kinda wish there was more of them, but oh well. Like, more required in puzzles and stuff. Wait, I'm supposed to fall down here. This room's annoying because it's just filled with enemies that will just keep respawning over and over again. I think that's it. Yep, that's it, okay. Give me more powerbomb drops. Give me more powerbomb drops. More powerbomb expansions. More booms. Give me more booms. I want all the booms. I want all the booms. Oh, nice powerbomb drop. Okay. This should be the last item in Dyron. Assume I didn't forget something. Cool. Okay, 100. Okay. Gonna get some water on this load. Hey, Blue Mania. Hype indeed. Tal Peak. Stay hydrate. Thank you very much for the sub. 감사합니다. Thank you very much. Alright. Enemy there, and... Downward Shine Spray. Whee! I didn't mean to do that! Ah! Okay, fine. I'll just get this now. I'll just get it now. Whatever. Oh, come on. Norton's being annoying. Okay, away with you. That's not like a super intended way to get that, but it is faster from the rod I'm using. So, what typically? Boom! I'm trying to uninstall it. And it like keeps telling me like you need to renew or uninstall. And I'm like, okay, I'll uninstall it, and it doesn't let me, which is really annoying. I haven't like investigated into it too much. It's very annoying though. Yeah, a lot of people do this the hard way. Understandably, it's not super but it's not super obvious that you have just enough space to pull this off. You can do that. That, like, I feel like that has to be intended, honestly. Like, there's a reason they gave you just enough space for that. Like, alternatively, you can also just do it from all the way from the right. Oh, don't actually forget this item. Okay. Kaboom! But sometimes it doesn't kill this guy down there. Yep, didn't die, unfortunately. Actually, I'm curious about something. This is for the sake of checking the randomizer. Can I open that from here? Like you can see it as normal on your first trip. You can see this missile tank here, but now I can't see it. I guess because of a room layer change or something. But I feel like in a randomizer, if it came up here with charge and wave, you can probably shoot that door from the other side, assuming it doesn't have a super lock on it. But I got hit because I was experimenting. Good job, me. I got hit because I was experimenting. I forgot there's a lot of points on channel points on the line for this. I need to take this more seriously. I'm sorry, believers. All right, well, I have to not take a single hit anymore for believers to win their points. So, yeah, quick Kirby experiment there gets punished for it. Oh, feels bad. I told you, don't underestimate cleanup. Don't get complacent in cleanup. It's easy to get hit, even though you can just spam power bombs everywhere. Wait, this way. I almost forgot this item. Fun fact, there's a hidden path there. That leads you to screw attack, by the way. Like that, you take that path if you want to go get screw attack early during Frozen Artaria. See, those flamethrowers will hurt you, even with the gravity suit, by the way, so you don't want to touch them. Very bad idea. $100? Cool. Right, time for Kataris. We already cleaned up like half of it, right in between screw attack and storm missiles in this playthrough. So we don't have to do as much here. By as much, I mean still a lot, because Kataris is just has a lot of stuff in it in general. So we still have to do a lot here, but we've cleaned up like the eastern, northern half of it, diagonal. Like if you had to cut Kataris from like 10 o'clock position across down to the 4 o'clock position, we've cleared out the 10 to 4 clockwise, the upper right half. So we have the lower left half to clean up now. So I almost got hit there. Other Metro claims? Oh yeah, definitely. I actually started routing on Zero Mission, 100%. Which has been surprisingly easy, to be fair. That is also one Metroid game where hard mode will make a very, very big difference. Very big difference. Because hard mode in Zero Mission cuts your ammo in half, effectively, which changes the game a lot. Well, it doesn't cut your ammo in half, but it gives you only 2 missile tanks per. It only gives you 2 missiles per missile tank as opposed to 5. 1 super tank per as opposed to 2. Well, 1 super missile per super missile tank instead of 2 and so on. So yeah, that's gonna make a huge difference to play it on hard mode. And there's also a lot of enemy patterns that are different. Like there's extra enemies here and there. Like Zero Mission is probably the only Metroid game where the hard mode is like actually well thought out. Instead of, for lack of a better word, because I don't like saying this, a lazy implementation of hard mode. Like this game's hard mode is lazy. It's just take double damage. That's it. Metroid Prime games hard mode is generally pretty lazy too. It's you deal half damage, you take double damage basically. Zero Missions is the only game where it does something more interesting with the hard modes. I really don't like saying lazy because I'm trying to avoid like using terms that implies like there was no testing done or there was no development work done or stuff like that. But I also can't really think of a better word for it because it actually is lazy. A lazy way of implementing hard mode. Like actually. But I also really don't like saying that. So, Like, simplified hard mode? I don't know. Uninspired, uninteresting, bland. Simplistic. Yeah, simplistic kind of works. I don't think Diceron's actually done hitless yet for Dread and Prime 1. Although he's streamed it, but hasn't actually done Damageless. I think his PB's also at 1 for Dread. Unfortunately, he had a Damageless run going and then he got hit by Ravenbeak. It's unfortunate. But he's actually streamed hitless runs of Prime 1 and 2 and 3. Although obviously he's nowhere near 0 for that because he hasn't really put as much time into those yet. But, no. Someone created Discord. I'm not going to care about... I mean, I don't want to say I don't care about a community for it, but this is really just kind of my own kind of thing. Although, maybe someone will make a community Discord out of it. I don't know. For me personally, this is just kind of a thing that I do for myself, I suppose. And I don't want to be bogged. I don't want to say bogged down, but restricted by community rules, if that makes any sense. Like, if there is a community, there are absolutely things that I will not agree with, eventually. And I want this purely to be like a thing just for myself, if that makes any sense. Which admittedly sounds entirely selfish, like, not gonna lie. But I feel like Damageless is the kind of thing that doesn't really need a leaderboard, at least if it's realistic to get 0 hits, which it absolutely is, I think. Like, what's kind of the point of a leaderboard in that sense? And like, I don't know. There's a lot I can say about it, but yeah. Yes, I just used a refill for power bombs. I can't believe Kirby hates people. I know, right? But hey, Raphael, how's it going? Long time no see. Hope you've been doing well. I'm so used to saying hope your stream went well. I'm just so used to 90% correct. I'm just so used to saying that for whatever reason. Oops. Go. Katara's almost done. West Katara's done. This is also pretty exhausting. Like, I pretty much have to play Dread like imperfectly for like over 2.5 to 3 hours. I feel like for this kind of thing. Yeah, my stream's been up for about 2.5 hours, and I started this run around the 10-minute mark, I think, or like 5-minute mark. But very realistic though. Like, my PB is 1 hit, and that 1 hit on my PB is on Z57, the experiment fight after Frozen Artaria before Screw Attack. So I can absolutely do it. I just need to do more runs. And it will eventually happen. Oh, go, 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 go! Okay. You have to be very careful with Gabaran because those worms will keep respawning, and if they just happen to spawn as your power bomb turns off, then they can hit you. You just have to be very careful about it. And this is why, then, they're like one of the big reasons why Gabaran is just very scary. You just have to be very careful. I forgot to put a power bomb. I don't need one. Although this isn't really Gabaran cleanup yet, because I'm pretty much just going straight to Ellen. Pacifist run. Maybe. Maybe someday, yeah. Thankfully, it's kind of annoying that I have to do a load and then just go into a small area and then just kind of peace out after 2 minutes, but thankfully this is a pretty fast load because Ellen's very small. Yeah, pretty fast load, so no biggie. Versus getting hit once by every enemy. Every enemy you don't get hit more than once or don't get hit by counts against you. Oh yeah, you're about to see a lot of power bombs here. Hopefully I'll get some drops too. As usual, these things are very scary. So gotta be careful. That power bomb right there is very important to plant because that delays an enemy from getting to. That delays that enemy from getting there, so it doesn't snipe me. So that power bomb there is very important. Cross bomb's good. You can tell I was being careful there because I kind of have to with those worm thingies. I think they're called like caterpillars or something like that. Caterpillar something. I don't remember. Someone mentioned a real name yesterday in stream, but I don't remember what it is. Whee! 100. Fun fact: you can giant spark while shooting. You can shoot your beam while sparking like that. Talking is difficult. And that's Ellen cleanup. You only have 2 major areas left. And then caterpillars. There we go. Yeah. And then we have the last bosses. Yep, you can shoot your beam while giant sparking. You can charge your beam while sparking, and then fire your beam by tapping the R button. So it's similar to an R shot from Metroid Fusion. I've actually done that a few times in this run through too. Like I've done it when sparking the Seeker Missile boss. I've done it while sparking 2 of the robot soldiers. I've done it twice while sparking the Gozuna, the cross bomb boss as well. Just to squeeze in extra damage. Did not get a giant spark speed boost there, so I'm just gonna take that safe. Oh, I got a red X. Nice. That's a refill. Get this item here. Charge a power bomb here. Cool, dead. Charge a power bomb here. That's dead. Charge a power bomb here. There's dead. Charge a power bomb here. Dead. Charge a power bomb here. You might be noticing a pattern here. Everything in Gabran is very dangerous, especially those plants that you see. I know, I see those. I see those. I know you're there. I know you are planning to snipe me. And yes, they will snipe you out of your screw attack. That's how scary they are. Heck the whale indeed, yep. Now we just speed boost here. And then we got a refill here.
Wait, did I just get hit? I heard a bonk. I don't think so. Okay, I did not. Okay. It was I heard a bonk. It was, which sounded like the bonk you get when you like touch something. But I guess not. Okay. The Red X seem more common in the ones in Fusion from random drops, but I don't know the actual data, so I'm just going by feel. Although I will say, I will say that my general feel on probability-based stuff is generally pretty accurate, I'll say, because I have a lot of experience knowing how probabilities work from Fire Emblem. A lot of enemies do have like a small drop. Most enemies, I don't know which ones, but a lot of them do have actual chances to give you a Red X in Fusion. Just rare. And yeah, there are definitely some that have a higher chance. And like, the RNG roll, if I remember correctly, the RNG roll for drop rates in Fusion is ran by the frame. So if you happen to like kill 3 enemies on the same frame and they just happen to give you a Red X, they will all give you a Red X. So I have seen that before, by the way. And yeah, like so there are also like super stronger enemies like the blue Zoros who will have a higher chance of giving you Red X's. But most enemies do have a tiny chance of giving you one, it's just rare. Fusion drop rates are definitely biased by your health and ammo. I just don't know if that applies to Red X's. Because yeah, like if you're at full health but not full missiles, then the game will always give you missile drops and vice versa. Which is why in Metroid Fusion speedruns, it's in Sector 1, for example, it's very important to stay at full health. Because that means you're gonna get a missile drop from everything. And that's very important. Go. You can tell I'm very scared of those. 86% sounds correct. I mean, that could be a thing. Like, that's definitely a thing in Zero Mission, too. Like, well, sort of, I think. I don't remember off the top of my head. Well, no, not really. I do know, like, in Zero Mission, like, if you don't have super missiles yet, like, in other words, if you're not supposed to have supers yet, like, you don't have any at all, and the game rolls a super missile drop, instead of giving a super missile drop, it gives you a small health drop. So like in some rooms, like if you run Zero Mission, if you get a health drop in certain rooms, you know that was supposed to be a super missile drop, but you didn't get it because you don't have super missiles yet. There are some cases where that happens in Zero Mission. I don't remember the exact details for it, but I believe that's the case. Alright, and that's Gavran cleanup. We still have only 1 item left, but we're gonna get that on the way to Hanubi at the last area, so we're pretty much done with Gavran. Most Fire Emblem games run off of a 2 random number system. So basically, the game lies to you. What the game what you would expect with like say a 70% hit rate is that the game rolls 1 random number, compares it to 70. If it's less than 70, you hit. If it's greater than 70, you miss. But what most Fire Emblem games actually do is that it rolls 2 random numbers between 0 and 99, then compares their average. So to take the most extreme example, in order to miss a 99, you have to roll a 99. A 98 or lower will hit. But with the 2RN system, you have to roll 2 numbers where their average is at least 99. Meaning the chance of missing a 99 is about 0.00001.
to give the like most extreme example, practical example of 2RN being different. Hey Emre, how's it going? I know, Kizaron's a jerk. F that nerd. Oh, get up there. Oh, I almost forgot this. I almost forgot this. Oh, you will very much feel the difference with the 1RN final game. Very much. Like, if you play Thracia or Genealogy... Oh god. Okay. If you play Thracia or Genealogy, you will feel the difference. Like, within the 1 hour, you will feel it. And you will be like, yeah, this is... You will absolutely feel the difference. And recognize that all the final games you've been playing have all been lying to you. Yeah, I'm gonna power bomb here to be safe. And that's not BS, that's just probability. That's gonna happen eventually. You're gonna miss a 99 eventually. Like, just because you're eventually gonna miss a few of them in a row too. So it's not really bullshit. And that's exactly why they lie to you, because humans think, oh, well, I should never miss a 99, right? And then 1 out of 100 times it happens, humans call it bullshit, which is why they make it biased. So that it's a lot less likely to miss a 99, because that's closer to human perception. F. Oh. Like the general, like if you want to take the 99% as an example, like your brain will just not process the 99 out of 100 times you actually hit, but it will process the 1 time you miss out of 100 times, and that will stand out a lot more. And that's just how the human brain works for the most part, and that's why they lie to you about hit rates, to make it align more closely to how it feels for humans. Right, this is the shaft I'm talking about. And why I made the giant detour. Okay, 94 is correct. Alright, difficult fight. Very hard fight. And Barania done. You know that 95 is actually a 50% chance. If you want experience with the 2RN system, speedrun Cindered Shadows. Literally the first action you will do is landing an 80% gambit. 80% is actually 92.2. You will very much notice that you are not missing 1/5 of the time. Like after like 30 attempts, you will absolutely notice that you're not missing 1/5 of the time, as long as you're paying attention. That is very much like, you will very much notice the 2RN there. You'll only miss like about 1/10 of those attempts, give or take. I'm gonna play it safe. This enemy here. And the second to last item in the game. Whee! Yep. Oh, you've been here for a while then, because if you were here to vote for that, because that poll was up for like the first 20 minutes. Hey, first editor. Alright, yeah, we only have 1 item left, so, which is in Honubia. Respect the lurk. Well, I do have the last bosses left, but cleanup is done, and I unfortunately took a hit from experimenting for the sake of the randomizer. The things I do for the randomizer. That's okay though. First time for everything. First time for... I have never gotten hit by that before. I have never gotten hit by that before. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry, believers. I'm so sorry, believers. Wow, 4 in a row, jeez. Alright, well, time to use a power bomb for that now. I was just like, that robot's not a problem. It's never a problem. And then once I get hit, it's like, okay, no, time to use a power bomb. At the very least, this run was dead anyways. So, you learn something from every dead run. That's the positive perspective I'm trying to take instead of bashing myself on this. The good news was that this was a dead run anyway, so I'm not too upset over that. So, it's okay. Hey, Kirby, so how have your D-Rust runs been? I've noticed you taken one hit on the Ravenbeak split. Yeah, I have been. They were not on Ravenbeak. None of them have been on actual Ravenbeak. Because I had one hit yesterday in this split too. It was not on Ravenbeak. It was failing to counter prompt on the gold Chozo warrior like an idiot. Oh. Hence D-Rust. Okay. Alright. Yeah, no, it do be that way. Like, it's the things that are unexpected that get... I mean, assuming you actually assuming you, like, put in time to practice them, it's the normies that get you more often than not. Like, notice that pretty much every hit I've taken was not on an actual fight or boss. It was something that caught me off guard, or I did not think about. So. Manubian not cleanup. Alright, so... You ideally want to fire 9 ice missiles for the gold aura skip. I'm only going to do 8 because that means I can still plant 2 power bombs and not overdo damage. So I'm going to be doing 8 because I want to plant power bombs basically for this attack to guarantee dodging it. Don't have to worry about it. Okay, or I can just get the aura skip in 1 counter. That works too. And be really good at mashing my beam missiles alternatively. Okay, sure. Dead soon, on his face at least. Okay. Be it. Oh, or not. Okay. There we go. Easy every time. And yes, cross bombs do damage him. FYI, that's why you see me squeezing in cross bombs to get as much damage as possible. When safe, of course. I'm sorry, believers. That one robot ruined the prediction. I'm sorry. I know, it was at the very end too. It's like, yo, believers? Question mark? And then that happened. I promise I wasn't throwing on purpose. Although, admittedly, the third hit was something that should not have happened. Not gonna lie, but yeah. Oh well. These hits don't count, by my definition. I go by the very strict definition of, if you don't take damage, it doesn't count. That's count, by the way. Because you will die. So, like, touching these enemies doesn't do... Nothing does damage to you here, so anything here... Touching anything here doesn't really matter. I also use the same kind of rule set for, like, if I get caught by an enemy, that doesn't count as a hit. Because I'm not taking damage. But if I get stabbed, then yes, that does count. You know, I die. Same with the ice enemy. If it freezes me, I take damage, so that does count. But the wave enemy hits me, I don't take damage. Like if it stuns me, I don't take damage, so that doesn't count as a hit. All right, you know, just for the believers, this is for you. The slow shine spark. What cool animations for you? I mean, they should be two different ideas, yeah. That's why I call this Damageless. Although I do use them interchangeably, which I really shouldn't, to be honest. There we go, GG. I also forgot to check if I actually got 100% in every room, but I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did because I had all of the missiles and stuff. So. Oh, GG. That was hard. That last hit was very heartbreaking. I'm sorry, believers, but doubters, you win this time. Doubters win this time. It is what it is. All right. So yeah, there's a lot of people here because I got raided a lot. Thanks everyone who raided me today. This is a pretty. Despite the fact that this run was completely dead and had no reason to keep going, I still had a really good time doing it, which is kind of what matters, really. And there were a lot of people who apparently had a good time with it, too, so... Thanks for chilling. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and get ready to raid someone, especially since we have quite an audience, so... Tomorrow I do plan on streaming Radiant Dawn. I've been doing an Iron Man of my Radiant Dawn and I'm at Endgame, so tomorrow's gonna be the finale for that, if you're into Fire Emblem, so that will be exciting. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and... Ooh. Wait, he's streaming. So if you like to see more Metroid, this guy is streaming more Zero Mission, and he's a very good 2D Metroid runner, so definitely check him out. He runs pretty much almost Metroid games, all the 2D ones for sure, and Prime 1, and does want to run other ones as well. I think he's doing like no bosses, no mini bosses, interestingly, so he just does a lot of interesting Metroid stuff. So be sure to get ready to go to his chat and post Magoo. I'm Scotty, Magoo. If you don't have the emote, that's okay. He has it in FFC, so you can just post Magoo. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a good evening. And yeah, good night. Peace.